Hello everybody, this is Dan from the Fundamentals with another unboxing. We're continuing our week of Pandemonium with a very special look into a very special box. You see, earlier this year, Beadle Grimm released the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden Platinum Edition. That was a huge honking thing that featured all kinds of interesting little things in it, including these minis, which you can see in a previous video. But that was $499, a big chunk of change, and also a limited release. They can't mass produce those as easily, so people missed out for various reasons. And so what they decided to do, as pioneered with the Avernus Silver Edition, is do a stripped down version that has given us the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden Beadle Grimm's Silver Edition. Yes, it is a smaller box. It is $175, much more affordable, and most importantly of all, it is available to purchase. So I thought I'd take a quick look inside the one they sent me, which was very nice of them, and let's see what is in store. Now, inside this box, I will say this to begin: spoilers, lots of spoilers. So, let's see where to begin. Let's start with these cards. So, in most Beadle Grimm releases, there are these character cards and monster cards that you use for various monsters, bosses, that sort of thing. And this is no different. We have our Chardalin dragon. Remember that for later. You can see, look. Look. He's a big part of it. We have a living Bigby's hand, a living blade of disaster, a Yeti, Durgar. We've got Avarice and her gargoyles, some zombie Durgar. We've got Chwingas. We've got a troll. We've got ice monsters. So these are all the little things you can get, and they're all basically they're sort of the bestiary of the adventure. Each one, again, for those unfamiliar, has inside of it. Let's look at this. This is Grandolpha, Mutzgart, and Vork. Familiar. On the back, it has their stats. She is a humanoid dwarf, lawful evil. She's a Durgar. All the information you need: resilience, special abilities. And Vork, the tiny construct. He's a metal dragon. He can sting people. He has limited telepathy. So all you do is, again, you hang it on the edge of your DM screen. Which, by the way, that DM screen also comes in this box. Then we have some lovely things. We have the art. See, this adventure comes with the books, obviously, which you need to run the adventure. We'll see those in a second. But it's hard with the books to show off all the cool art, which is really important when you are running a campaign, to show off all the cool locales. So Beadle Grimm, in all their adventure, in all their boxes, always like to show these off. These are art. This is art from the adventure that they've turned into these cards. You can also lay over it, show off different scenarios. There's a Yeti looming, some spiky bits, someone getting chest bursted, Chwingas having a tea party, a sea monster, and a polar bear drawn sled. You get the idea. Sun in a frozen, 3 kobolds in a trench coat, ice, a marmot, mushroom person. They're all double-sided. And they even tell you. So that's a big prison you can go to in the adventure. And if you look on the inside, it tells you it is Revel's End. The art is by Titus Lunder, and it's in Chapter 2. So these are really helpful because obviously as a DM you try your best to describe everything, but sometimes, description fails you. Sometimes you can't quite get as much as you can. Now, one thing they did retain from the Platinum Edition are the various handouts and feelies that you get. These are things like, to help you keep track of the test of the Frostmaiden. A scrap of leather that says, "Help me." A wanted poster for a moose. Here is more on goat ball. More on goat ball, how to play goat ball. A tracker for this, we'll get to that in a second. And the coolest thing, one of the coolest things they have in here are these various newspapers. This is for Bremen, the public notices. Oh, here's a letter to Macready. The notices for Caer Dineval. The East Haven Ledger. Red Wizard goes up in flames. The Targos Chum. Lake News you can trust. The Biweekly Buzz. Beadle and Grimm, they love these fake newspapers. And a little extra note we have here. What is it? Let's look inside. To the thieves that stole the lantern of the northern light, stealing from those who are already beggarly is the sign of a frozen heart and a coward. Angry note from somebody. So those are all feelies you can get. But there's also a few more. We've got the Tourmaline Gazette and the come on now. The Bryn Shander Bulletin. Buy one, get one free at Black Iron Blades. Weevil finds an old cell at Revel's End. And then finally, in this land of handouts, we have, and I will have a video that shows off all of these. Wait, there's two more. There's a lot packed into this. We've got, this is the actual Rime of the Frostmaiden. It's a book you can get. This is my favorite one they've included. The 20 Stones of Thrune. Formation of ancient stones older than time itself. Who placed them here? What magic do they hold within them? And what's with the triangle? A god, a man, a spirit. Thrune is all of these things and more. It is very neat. There's maps. This is a map of Icewind Dale. And then this is a map of the Caves of Hunger. And I think inside of it, see, they fold out. So big battle maps, big map of 10 towns that you can use. I'll have a full map video later on. There's also this map of the Grove. They're double-sided. They have different maps on the back. They're made of that cool, hard to rip kind of paper. There are, of course, pre-generated characters. We've got Chich, the human sorcerer, Olenoka Olenogona Thakula, the Goliath barbarian, Zerlez, the Drow rogue, Grifthar, Iron Striker, the Dwarven cleric, and I think there's, Fairline, the half-elf druid. These are both good for PCs to either create, or if someone dies, or they're good NPCs for a DM who needs them. Then we have a very helpful thing for players and DMs. Maps of 10 towns, individual maps of each one blown up, and on the back, see there's 10, one for each. A, C, smart. There is see on the back up here. Got the coat of arms of the town and town notes so that they can write down whatever it is they learn. Isn't that clever? You gotta love that. You must. You have to love it. It's required. We have some big, this is just big art, I think. But we also have included pre-generated adventures, bonus encounters that a DM can use, written by some lovely people they work with at Beadle Grimm. We have bonus encounter, the Blood Knight. We have, I think this is a cool one. It's called Walker Stalker, for those of you who want to deal with White Walkers. We've got this is Viara's Night. It's a bit more lighthearted. And finally, Burnt Ends. Yes. So those are the bonus encounters you can get. The final piece of the puzzle is pretty straightforward. It's the book. It's the book. It's broken up into, as you can see, 5 pieces for ease of use, and finalement, the DM screen, which you can see in the back. Depicts scenes from 10 towns. It says, the land respects strength alone. This strength, the strong flourish and the weak perish. And inside of it, get information on characters and random encounters and Icewind Dale. There's a lot of really cool stuff. So that's the DM screen, which is always my favorite part. I love DM screens. I love them. I honestly kind of collect them at this point. But that's not all of it. There's one last piece of the puzzle. And that is, of course, jewelry. Something Beadle Grimm does very well. So well, they've got 2 bags for it. This, my dear friends, is a Chardalin amulet. It's worn by a certain faction in the game. Chardalin is a magical metal with weird, strange powers. And this is a cool, it's like a sword and a shield at once with some faux, like turquoise in it. With a chain to wear it and a chain around the front for effect. It's a very cool thing to show off. PCs can get that as well, so you gotta love that. And finally, here's the thing. This is the Chardalin dragon. Remember this? Hello. That's this. A bit more stylized. Now this is a cool thing. It's a little bit small. It's a bit smaller than the soul coin, but it's kind of the star attraction of this whole kit and caboodle, which is saying a lot. The way it works, and I can show this off in the map video better, is this is the map of 10 towns. See those lines there? That is, as a DM, the direction that it travels. And so what you would do is on the full map, which again you get with this, you then move it between the towns so that the players know what town the Chardalin dragon is moving to and is at whenever they are. It's a really neat, super duper neat mechanic with a cool piece of jewelry. And I think honestly, it is. It is honestly the coolest thing I think they've done. It's the perfect marriage between gameplay and sort of these feelies. And I'm really impressed by it. And I love it. But all of that is the Beadle Grimm Silver Edition of Rime of the Frostmaiden, which is available now for $175. Or you could follow the link below, and for a few more days this week, you can enter the contest to win a copy for yourself, completely free. Yes, you enter down below. There are many ways to enter. Many will enter, few will win. I love saying that. But yes, if you put your name in. There's a few ways you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all these kind of things, and you enter to win the box. So that's something to check out. And good luck if you do enter that. If it's way later than this week and it's way in the future and you're watching this, I'm sorry you missed it. But I hope you enjoyed this. And keep an eye out because I'm going to be having some more Beadle Grimm stuff very soon. But until then, happy gaming.